Hello friends, I am Ashlyn, the Eclectic Book Witch. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. For today's video, I wanted to talk about some witchy reads. So the first couple of books that I am going to mention, I have read both of these before. And then we'll dive into some that I haven't read that I'm looking forward to. The first one that I'm going to mention is actually one of my top books for this year so far. It is The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. If you've watched my videos before or been over on my Instagram page, I'm sure you have seen me rave about this book. I will never stop raving about this book. I love it so much. It's kind of a Regency romance type book with sapphic romance, and it's a gorgeous book, and I love everything about this book. And if you have not read this one yet, I highly suggest it if you're looking for something witchy and fun and just magical to read. So this next one I read a couple of years ago. It was actually one of the first books that I read for Bookstagram. Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. This one is a close second favorite compared to The Honey Witch. So in Her Majesty's Royal Coven, you're actually following four witches: Helena, Leonie, Niam, and Elle. I hope I pronounced a couple of those right. I probably didn't. But this was a very fast-paced, magical, and incredibly entertaining read. This also has sapphic romance in it, which I am all for. And the next book in the series, which brings me to one of the next reads that I am looking forward to, which is actually the second book. I don't know where my copy is currently, but it is The Shadow Cabinet, which is the follow-up to this one, which I cannot wait to get to, because this ended, fair warning, this one ended on quite the cliffhanger, which my jaw dropped the second I finished the book, and I need to know what happens next in this series. Another witchy read that I really enjoyed was The X-Hex. My copy is around here somewhere. I am currently in the middle of planning out how I'm going to be organizing all of my bookshelves. Comment down below if you would like to see a video of me organizing all of my bookshelves, because I think that would be fun. But I thought that The X-Hex was a fun, cute, romantic, also magical read, and the second book, The Kiss Curse, is one that I am looking forward to diving into. The X-Hex was a really fun and had all the witchy vibes and small town vibes, which I really enjoyed, and it was very atmospheric. So I'm hoping that The Kiss Curse can live up to the same vibes that the first one offered. Next up, we have one that I did start quite a few years ago, but then ended up putting down for whatever reason. So I want to restart this one, and it is the first in a trilogy. It is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I had gotten probably, oh look, my bookmark is still in here. I had gotten up to chapter 16, so I was about that far into it. So this one, I've heard mixed reviews on, and I'm not sure if that's part of why I put it down before, but let's see. It looks like we've got A Discovery of Witches, Shadow of Night, The Book of Life, and there's also The World of All Souls, Times Convert. So The World of All Souls is a complete guide to a discovery of witches. So in this one, you're following Diana Bishop, who is a young scholar and a descendant of witches, and she unearths an enchanted alchemical manuscript. Wanting nothing to do with sorcery, she banishes the book to the stacks. She's at a college, and they have all those book stacks where they, all those really big book stacks. But her discovery has set a fantastical underworld stirring, and soon a horde of demons, witches, and other creatures descends upon the library. Among them is the enigmatic Matthew Claremont, a vampire with a keen interest in the book. Equal parts history and magic, romance and suspense, a discovery of witches is a mesmerizing and addictive tale of passion and obsession that reveals the closely guarded secrets of an enchanted world. So I do remember when I did pick this up before, I was enjoying it. It felt a little bit slower paced than I'm used to, but I am going to give this one another shot, and I hope that I enjoy it as much as I remember I did. There was one scene that I remember was I found kind of funny because it involved the main character, Diana. She went to this yoga class that I think had a mix of witches and demons and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to diving back into this one and giving it another shot. This next one I have never read before, and I'm very curious about it, especially since there is a new movie coming out for it, Wicked. I've never read this one. Ooh, and I did not know this. It's volume 1 in the Wicked years. So I love this. How awesome is that? That's just so incredible, isn't it? So I'm really curious about this one because I do have a couple of the thicker volumes that contain all of the stories of the Wizard of Oz books. So I have 2 volumes that contain the first 10 stories in that series, and so far I've read the first one, and I'm currently reading the second book in that series. So this is one that I'm really curious about. I'm really hoping that I love this as much as everyone else seems to, because I've heard a lot of hype about this one. And then this next one was actually a book that was given to me by a very dear friend that I've known since I was a little girl. It's called A Secret History of Witches, and this one is described as a sweeping historical saga that traces 5 generations of fiercely powerful mothers and daughters, witches whose magical inheritance is both a dangerous threat and an extraordinary gift. So it looks like this one is actually set through many generations, because it mentions 1821, and then it also moves on to World War II. So historical fiction and magical realism, I'm really excited about this one. I don't want to know too much about this one going into it, because that's half the fun sometimes, I think, of diving into books and not knowing a lot of details. So, and I just love this cover because it's so pretty. So, A Secret History of Witches by Louisa Morgan. I'm really looking forward to this one as well. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe. If you have any favorite witchy reads, I would love to know what they are. I'm always looking for more witchy recommendations, so drop those in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my Instagram channel, also The Eclectic Book Witch, if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Happy reading and stay spooky.